I've been playing so much fucking Yu-Gi-Oh on my phone that every single ad that I get now is for duel links. It's like dangling a couple free poker chips in front of a gambling addict's face, fucking scratching at my neck like an unhealthy addiction where I'm trying to like kick a smoking habit or something. But also, it's had me want to go back and rewatch the original Yu-Gi-Oh show. I never actually finished all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really regret it. I made a video a year ago talking about one episode in particular where I was like flipping on Yu-Gi-Oh! To fall asleep to, and just remembered how fucking insane it was and made a video about it. Well, I wanted to go back and watch the whole show to see if it was all like that, and this show is an actual masterpiece. This is like one of the goofiest shows of all time. It's like if Tommy Wiseau made an anime. It is wonderful, so I thought it'd be fun if we just dive in and take a look at Yu-Gi-Oh! And kind of go through some of the episodes here. So episode 1 kicks off with Yugi clapping Joey's cheeks in a duel and then says his grandpa owns a card shop and offers to show them the super turbo rare card that the grandpa has that'll put hair on their chest and shit, and Kaiba overhears it.
Rare card? Could they have found the card that I've been searching for?
My friend's your awesome super rare card.
Rare card? My special card?
Yugi's grandfather's store has to be the worst shop in the entire history of brick-and-mortar businesses. It only has a single rare card. The dude just fucking sells nothing but useless bulk common garbage. Grandpa, can you show us your rare card? Rare card? What the fuck do you think this is? Rare? We don't deal with that here. Would you like to buy some dirt instead? I mean, he comes in, he has a single rare card and he doesn't sell it. All he sells is just useless nonsense. Well, we don't have anything rare here, but we do have some dumpster water that I found, and I put it in a glass. I'm selling that for $5 if you're interested.
Here it is. Eat the Blue Eyes White Dragon in a dump like this?
I don't get why Kaiba even thought the Blue Eyes might be here in the first place just because he heard there was a rare card here. Makes it sound like there's only a single rare card in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe. Rare card, yep, that's the Blue Eyes. It's the only fucking rare card that exists.
But this card is worth more to me than you could ever offer. Not because of its power, or because it's so rare, but because of what it means to me. This card was given to me by a dear friend, and so I treasure this card as I do that friend. So parting with it is completely out of the question.
No.
Yeah, but that's a pretty shitty reason, Grandpa. You're very short-sighted. You could sell this Blue Eyes to Kaiba for like $10 million and then split that with the friend that gave you the Blue Eyes in the first place, and I'm sure that friend would find that sentiment far better than you just holding on to some crusty, cum-covered Blue Eyes for 50 years.
Come with us now.
But I'll teach him a lesson about the heart of the cards.
Grandpa! Grandpa! Are you okay?
Yuki, I failed. I wanted to teach that boy Kaiba a lesson about the heart of the cards, but I lost.
You remember that whole spiel he just gave a moment ago about how he could never part with the Blue Eyes under any circumstance, even if God himself came down and said the only way to prevent rapture was by giving me your Blue Eyes, Grandpa would still decline? Remember how he said all that shit? Well, then he just willy-nilly puts the Blue Eyes up as a wager in a duel against Kaiba. And loses. Not just loses in such a colossal fashion, his ass gets beat so hard, his ham gets steamed to such an incredible degree that he has to be hospitalized and rushed into the ICU as a result of losing a duel in such a spectacular, embarrassing fashion.
Had a duel, that's all, with each of us putting up our most valuable card as the prize. Prize I won.
Grandpa's most treasured card!
Take this.
Huh? Grandpa?
I built this deck. I put my soul in these cards.
Yeah, but you just got your ass beat with that exact same deck. This deck just proved to be useless against Kaiba, and you're giving it to Yugi now? You trying to get him killed too? Yugi, yes, my ass may have just been spread wide open using this deck, but I have a good feeling that you'll do great with it. I put my soul into it. As if that means anything. People put their souls into things all the time that they'll never be good at. Doesn't necessarily have any, like, actual value, you know what I mean? The deck still fucking sucks and you just lost with it.
Don't give up, Yuki. Each piece helps build a greater entity.
Grandpa!
Like the pieces of a puzzle, Yuki. Remember. Monster, Exodia, but he can only be summoned by drawing all 5 special cards. A feat that to this very day no one has ever accomplished.
Grandpa's like a cute little lolly in this show, man. He's fucking adorable. So Grandpa, as he's being rushed into surgery to help like mend the ass beating that he's experienced on some kind of metaphysical level, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. Grab like healing crystals or something and just like hit him with it. I have no idea. I don't think it's like a medical emergency. He just lost a duel real hard. But either way, he's about to go into surgery. He's slipping in and out of consciousness, touch and go. He's, he might be going to heaven. He might be going to hell. He's in between dimensions right now. And then he comes to Yugi in this like fucking Force Ghost Star Wars style to remind him about the pieces of a puzzle in summoning Exodia before he fades away into the nether, into the oblivion, the void. Not showing much of the duel because it's just a pretty uneventful duel. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules in the beginning where if you just had monsters with a high attack, you can just straight fucking slap that shit down. Just drop your cock on the table there, flop dick out, throw down blue eyes with no tributes or anything. So Kaiba summons all 3 blue eyes. Yugi plays Swords of Revealing Light, which stalls them for 3 turns, and he starts drawing into Exodia, trying to pull off some crazy top deck dubski, and with his grandpa's help and the power of friendship, he just might do it.
Huh? Our friendship symbol.
Yugi, we're right here with you.
Yugi, you've got to believe in yourself.
Got to believe in the cards like my friends believe in me.
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba.
Honestly, that's just a classic line right there. This whole scene is beautiful. A timeless masterpiece right here. This is one of those scenes that you will always remember once you see it. This is up there with some of the greats, like Tears Lost in the Rain from Blade Runner. This is just one of those classic cinema moments. And also, don't let it distract you from the fact that Grandpa is still in the hospital because he got his ass beat so hard in a children's card game.
Ah! Impossible! Exodia! Obliterate!
Grandpa's awake!
Yuki won.
A real tear-jerker of a conclusion to episode 1 here. Grandpa's life hung in the balance on whether or not Yugi could win in a duel. Can you imagine the fucking guilt Yugi would feel if he did just lose and his grandpa died? It's like, damn, I lost a duel, but it's just a game at the end of the day. He goes to the hospital and his grandpa's just fucking mangled corpses there because he lost the duel, died of disappointment, shame, and failure. Like, that's a big responsibility for Yugi, so luckily he was able to squeak out that win there at the end with the Exodia. All in all, this is probably the best first episode of any show to ever air. It just moves at a lightning pace. Like, think about where we started. Dueling in a fucking classroom in the beginning. 1 minute we were learning about electron orbitals, and the next second we're dueling in some kind of coliseum with real monsters and fighting to save Grandpa's life. Like, that's fucking intense. I mean, Grandpa is still probably gonna die when he gets the medical bill from that shit. Like, that's probably like a $50,000 medical bill. But at the moment, it's a triumphant victory for the whole gang. An excellent first episode, and I'm looking forward to watching more Yu-Gi-Oh! That's it. See ya.